succeeded to get past Genk, the youngest ever goalkeeper we've seen in the Champions League in goal. He conceded 4, so Napoli won 4-0. Liverpool 2-0 away from home means that they qualified top of the group. In the end, 13 points from 6 games for them. Just 1 defeat all season so far for Liverpool. It's looking so good for them. And actually, we now bring you Liverpool in the Premier League in a few days' time. You can see them at home to Watford Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning. Nigel Pearson in charge of Watford for the first time. And then we've got Everton against... Well, I've finished top of the table. Jurgen Klopp will be happy. Let's hear from him. He's with Des.
Jurgen won the game, won the group, was in the balance for a little while, that first half in particular.
I couldn't have more respect for what Salzburg did here tonight. So what a team, what an effort, it was really a tough game, but we were there, and that's what I love from my team, to be honest, that we really... So they started so direct. All the little things they worked for, they did so many smart things, to be honest. So between the lines and then being offside, walking out of that situation, running in behind the next one, half spaces they found, it was really good. But the big chances we had, obviously, really big chances. But how I said, they did a lot of things, but we were ready to defend it. So you cannot defend it always in the first moment, but then we did in the last line. So it was just a very intense game in second half. They obviously couldn't cope with the intensity of the first half, and we could had then scored the 2 goals, wonderful goals. We could have scored tonight in a game like this, which is crazy. We could have got 6-7 goals. But it's completely okay that we didn't do it. So we won the group, we won the game, all good.
Naby Keita's goal, of course, was very important, set up by Sadio Mane, so it's a Salzburg goal in many respects. But you needed that just to change the dynamic, and then it turned.
Of course, yeah. But it looked... That was like the first half. They asked for everything pretty much. We had to put a proper shift in, and but then when we had the ball and when we played calm, then we were immediately in front of their goal and had sitters pretty much, and didn't score with these situations. Then we scored this wonderful goal, and more with the most difficult situation of the whole night. He scores that goal, so all good. That's what a striker has to do.
Did you do geometry at school? Because we're still trying to work out how he did that one. It was crazy.
No, I have no idea. But to be honest, with his quality, how he did one or two of the other situations, I have no clue as well. No, just great. That's how it is. It's on a perfect night, everybody can score goals, especially with the quality of the boys. But when it looks like, wow, that's not my night, and then staying on track and scoring, that is the big thing in football.
So mission accomplished, and you head on.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it. Again, we hope Dejan is nothing serious. That's how it is. But all the rest, look, so many sensational performances, and especially showing again this kind of attitude. That's just great. It was a tricky one, but we did it, and I'm really happy about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, it was so important to the team in the game at Bournemouth, deservedly so, starting tonight. He's a different player to the Milners or the Fabinho, who, at times in the first half I thought they missed. But Keita proved the fact that he played tonight. He got his goal, and he was a threat all evening with his passing and his route into the front three.
Nice that they've got a nice mixture now.
Yeah, as I was saying, he changes the way they play.
Yeah, the Ox likes he can burst through with the ball. He can shoot from distance. Keita's more of a, he can make late runs into the box. He likes probing and getting into those pockets. And of course, you've got your Milners, your Hendersons, your Fabinhos that can do a defensive role as well. This is the first goal. Pretty much a theme of their season. Trent to Robertson, Robertson to Trent. Those crossfield balls. Goalkeeper makes Sadio's mind up there. He just simply had to dink it over him. But great little move, switch of play, quick play down the left wing. Goalkeeper dives, as I say, makes his mind up. And it's not a simple finish, but it's a finish into an empty net with only a goalkeeper, only a defender as opposed to a goalkeeper.
You mentioned at half-time, though, that Mane would be the difference, and he was there. He had one just before that where he roasted the fullback, and he did it again there. And it was a horrible error from the keeper, but it was fantastic play from Mane. And to give people at home an insight into the ruthless striker that Michael Owen was, he watched that and went, "Don't apologise, don't." Actually did very, very well there. But going back to the chances thing, obviously missing a chance, you're disappointed. As you can see with Salah, there was a couple of, facials after the misses there. He's really disappointed, but he just switches back on the next chance, and he knows he'll get it. And with the goal, what a tremendous finish that was.
Yeah, I love this goal because first of all, look at the press from Salzburg. So as a centre forward, Henderson's not going anywhere else. He's got to just clear it here. He's got to hit it into an area. Now, I'm really interested in this bit because it's all about the weight of the touch. you've got the momentum. If you take that touch a little bit light, the goalkeeper gets. If you take it heavy, you go by the byline, it's impossible. He took it absolutely to the perfect area, whereby, yes, it makes the chance hard. But if he touches it any harder, he makes the chance impossible. If he touches it any shorter, it's impossible as well. The goalkeeper gets it. So it's all about the weight of the pass. Then what's hard about it is the speed that he's running. Added to that, it's on his right foot, and you can see we had a perfect angle there. The way it bends, it literally skims that first post and only just goes in the back post. So even though it looks like he's got maybe 2 or 3 yards to hit, he's probably only got a foot and a half to hit with his weak foot running at pace. I mean,
and if we can slow
phenomenal.
this down, this angle, if we can just watch this through relatively slowly, Peter, can you explain to us at what point he makes the decision to go around the keeper and shoot from a narrow angle? Does the goalkeeper force him?
Yeah, the goalkeeper's made his mind up for it. You can see him out the corner of his eye coming towards him. All he's got to do is get the touch right. And
So is that where he's now thinking, aha?
He knows he's coming out. He can see it at the corner of his eye. I think the touch is so important, as Mo alluded to there. The touch is so important. Too big, it goes out of play, and too small, the goalkeeper gets it. So he's put it in the exact perfect position for him. And then, having said that, though, the angle there to get it running at pace. I mean, I had no chance of getting anywhere close to the pace that he had.
That looks easier now than it actually is. When you look at that, you think 3 yards?
Yeah, it's the pace he's running at. It's the pace he's running at. And then he's curling the ball away from goal. So he literally needs to shave the near post, to have any chance.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal finish from. And like you say, having missed chances before that, it's so easy to get that touch wrong or get the finish wrong. But to finish like that shows the mark of a great player.
That's off the scale, that finish. The difficulty level of that is, I mean, his first touch to put it exactly where it needed to be is a 10% chance that you can do that. Then the chance itself is probably 10% again. I mean, it's
So what's better, the touch or the finish? Because the finish will get all the headlines.
I think the finish probably. The
finish is better, yeah, but the touch to set it up was perfection.
He couldn't have done one without the other, but I think the hardest thing is probably the finish in that situation.
For nearly an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, we knew, they're trying to make history for their club. They've never been in the last 16, and they feel as if they're a Champions League team, and they're very confident in what they think they are and what they are. So, look, for us, it was all about coming here, riding that wave, and we had the biggest chances in the first 45. So it was up to us to be a wee bit more clinical, but we knew if we kept going, chances would come, and luckily we put them away. And then the lads defending as a whole team to keep a clean sheet when you need to is so important, and we worked our socks off to get that today.
Sadio, things turned in the space of 100 seconds. Your first goal, of course, with setting up for Naby Keita, Liverpool's first goal, that was made in Salzburg.
Yeah, obviously I think it was a really, really tough game today, and for sure we expect that, but yeah. And for sure, I think we managed the game the second half, and we create many chances, and we score. Naby scored a wonderful goal, so I'm happy for him with his ex-club. So yeah, that's it. I think we deserve to win tonight, and we are happy for it.
What was it like coming back here for you?
Wow, Lil. Always nice to come back here because it's where everything starts for me, and I'm really grateful for this club and the fans, and as well the people here. And sorry guys, but it's football. We have to deal with, and that's it.
No need to apologise. You said got more clinical. Mo Salah's goal was quite ridiculous at the angle he scored it from, particularly as he missed 3 easier chances.
Yeah, it was his probably toughest chance of the game. Like Mo had a couple of great chances, and Mo and same as Sadio and Bobby, they put so much pressure on themselves to score goals and stuff, and we were just saying to Mo, the next one, and he's just took a ridiculous goal. To be fair, I didn't know how it got in from there, but fantastic, especially on his weaker foot. So credit to him. He was running up and down, and when he went up front, he worked the socks off and worked the defence a lot, and him and Sadio were all running in behind, and that gave us an out ball when we were under a bit of pressure. So all round a really good performance, and we done our job and got to the last 16.
You're through, and you're greedy for more?
Yeah, of course. Look, we're greedy for more. We've got, people say we've maybe struggled through. We've got 4 points more than we did last year. So, top of the group, and now we go into the last 16, and we know what we can do there, and it's all about us doing it on the big stage. And we've proven that over the last 2 years that we can do it, and hopefully we do it again.
Well done, gents. Thank you
very much. Cheers. Thank you.
That's important to get the result tonight. If we take a look at the next few fixtures, you kind of glance at them and think, yeah, they got a few games. But just to put these in context, tonight was the first of 5 games in 11 days in 4 competitions across 3 countries and 2 continents. I mean, that is the madness of this period in the year for Liverpool. But they go into it with such incredible confidence.
And what a lovely feeling, just qualifying top of your group. You've done everything perfect. You can put this to bed now. We're through. We'll concentrate again in February. Mid-February, I think, the Champions League starts again. And now you can concentrate, Jake, on these games in front of you. They're not, as a whole, the hardest games in the world, but it's the quantity in such a short period of time that's going to potentially stretch the squad.
And just a quick reminder, actually, you can see the draw for the knockout